Holman Stadium for today's game between the Dodger instructors and the Dodger adult campers. Well, it's kind of a rainy, cloudy Friday afternoon here at Holman Stadium. They're just taking the tarp off the field now. Those grounds crew guys doing a great job, as always. They're even shining up the bases. But we should be in for a good one, Dan. What do you think?
I think we're going to be in for a wet one, dude, but we're going to get this thing in one way or the other. Well, there, look at the eager beavers.
Yeah, the campers are filing in right now. We'll be ready for introduction shortly.
Right now, we're going to take a break for Budweiser beer.
Budweiser, the king of beer, Beechwood Age.
Now, there we are. We're back again. Here's camp director Guy Wellman, who's going to run everything today. Ran everything all week. There's no reason why he shouldn't run anything today. Studiously looking at his charges. 55 of the finest fantasy camp baseball players anywhere. Guy knows every one of them's home phone number.
92 Los Angeles Dodger adult baseball.
With the introduction of the campers, here we go.
This afternoon, the Dodger campers will play a game against the Dodger greats who have served as instructors during the week of activities. The teams will play in order of this week-long series of games against each other. As record will play the first 3 innings, and will follow until all teams have played 3 innings. Now it's time for the introductions. First, we'd like to introduce the camp director, Guy Wellman, who retired after the 1990 season as the Dodgers field supervisor at minor leagues. Coordinated the on-field activities for the Dodger minor leaguers during spring training in Vero Beach. Was responsible for the administration of the Dodger teams in the Arizona Instructional League. He was active in the signing of Steve Garvey, Frank Howard, Jeff Sod, and Ted Sizemore. He joined the Dodger organization in 1948, played for 3 seasons as a catcher. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the camp director, Guy Wellman.
Yes, sir, the one and only. The venerable Guy Wellman.
And now let's introduce the camp teams in order. First, the San Antonio team, which ended its series with a 5-1 record. They were managed by Clem Levine and coached by Davey Lopes and John Shoemaker. First, from Moline, Illinois, number 41, Stephen Adler. Osterville, Massachusetts, number 4, Walter Benston. From Saudi Arabia, number 14, Henry Cook. From Rancho Cucamonga, California, number 32, Chris Famos. From Long Beach, California, number 32, Ron Lee. From Arcadia, California, number 32, Jim Leahy.
Jumbo Jim Leahy. Billy Russell's best friend.
From South Yarmouth, Massachusetts, number 1, Junior Marquez. From La Canada, California, number 7, Roger Barham. From Owatonna, Minnesota, number 14, Tom Nesbitt. From Van Nuys, California, number 30, Michael Ari. From Cortland, Ohio, number 7, Vern Parker. From La Canada, California, number 32, Bill Schiffer. From Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, number 32, Mark Sigmund. And from Atlanta, Georgia, number 77, Russ Umpenar. And that's the San Antonio second with a 4-2 record, managed by Wes Parker, coached by Ralph Brackett and John Davis. The Vero Beach team. Introducing from South Orange, New Jersey, number 2, Wayne Canastra. From Houston, Texas, number 16, David Crook. From West Palm Beach, Florida, number 32, Mark Goldstein. From Huntington Beach, California, number 7, Bob Hansen. From Huntington Beach, California, number 11, Kurt Hansen. From Houston, Texas, number 10, David Hittner. From Simi Valley, California, number 29, Larry Kahn. From Indianapolis, Indiana, number 14, Martin Kaufman.
Uh-oh.
From Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, number 4, Sal LaRocca. From Garden Grove, California, number 22, Bert Levy. From Laramie, Wyoming, number 16, Richard Marston. From Hidden Hills, California, number 4, Andy McIntyre. And from Encinitas, California, number 17, Barry Scripps. That's the Vero Beach team. Team that finished third with the 2-4 record, the Albuquerque team, managed by Bill Russell, coached by Preacher Rowe and Dino Evil. From Reseda, California, number 14, Neil Adams.
As soon as I get this going, I'll be able to talk to you, okay?
From Upland, California, number 30, Mark Akaba. From Carmel, Indiana, number 8, Mark Benninger.
I'm heading out Monday.
From La Canada, California, number 23, Dick Cook. From Yorba Linda, California, number 33, Amador Gonzalez Jr. From St. Albans, West Virginia, number 8, Bill Grayley. From Pacific Palisades, California, number 12, Herb Lewis. From Los Angeles, California, number 29, Richard Miller. From Brooklyn, New York, number 7, Sam Quagliarini. From Livingston, New Jersey, number 7, Alan Shockman. From Tampa, Florida, number 19, Ed Waller. From Long Beach, California, number 24, Howard Weiss. And from Dallas, Texas, number 1, Dennis Wells. And that's the Albuquerque team. Now introducing the Bakersfield team, which finished with a 1-5 record, managed by Frank Howard, coached by Steve Yeager and Dave Wallace. From San Bernardino, California, number 20, Richard Abrams. From Camarillo, California, number 11, Greg Goss. From Fort Pierce, Florida, number 29, Joseph Grancelli. From Canoga Park, California, number 48, Jeffrey Kahn. From Lake Forest, California, number 22, Bob Kellenbaum. From Sherman Oaks, California, number 14, Sandy Krigler. From Los Angeles, California, number 22, John Neese. From Los Angeles, California, number 27, Sam Neese. Bakersfield, New York, number 44, Marty Perry. From Reseda, California, number 18, Jeff Sherman. From Encino, California, number 14, Phil Snyderman. From Santa Monica, California, number 10, John Stolberg. From Louisville, Texas, number 1, Nick Vaughn. And from Newport Beach, California, number 1, Paul Von Berg. That's the Bakersfield team. How about a big hand for all the Kent teams? And now introducing the minor league coaches. First introducing John Davis. He managed at Great Falls this year in his first season as a manager. He was batting coach for the San Antonio Missions in 1990 and for Vero Beach in 1991. He was signed by the Dodgers in the 21st round of June 1980 free agent draft. In 281 over his 9-year minor league career and played in parts of 6 seasons at the AAA level. John Davis. Now introducing Dino Eagle, who was a player coach at Bakersfield in 1992. He's also a player coach for the Vero Beach Dodgers and played for Albuquerque, San Antonio, Bakersfield, and also played for the 1990 Florida State League Championship Vero Beach Dodgers. Dino Eagle. He's in the bullpen. Now the manager of the Port St. Lucie Dodgers in 1992. He managed the San Antonio Missions team from 1989 to 91. Led the Missions to the Texas League Championship Series and also managed the Vero Beach Dodgers in 1987 and 88. Here's John Shoemaker. Now introducing the minor league pitching coordinator for the Dodgers since 1990. He was a rookie minor league pitching instructor at 88 and 89. He began his coaching career with the Dodgers in 1981 when he assisted at Vero Beach and also spent the season of 1982 at Vero Beach. Here's Dave Wallace. Now introducing today's trainers, Bill Bueller. Who's a head trainer. He's in his 41st year with the Dodger organization. He joined the Dodgers in 1952 as a trainer for the minor leagues. Was appointed the Dodgers assistant in 1957, and in 1960 became the head trainer, Bill Bueller. Also introducing Charlie Strasser, the assistant trainer. He served the Los Angeles Dodgers since 1985. Prior to coming to Los Angeles, he worked as a trainer in the Dodgers minor league system for 7 years. He also worked as a trainer for the Cleveland Cavaliers for 6 years. Charlie Strasser. Now introducing the Dodger greats. It's a man that had a 12-year major league career, mostly with the Dodgers, appeared in 2 World Series, posted an 88-68 record and a 3.79 ERA. He's currently an account executive for National Pension Services in White Plains, New York, and chairman of BAT, the baseball alumni team, which helps needy former players and their families. Ralph Branca. The next Dodger great pitched 12 seasons in the majors, all with the Dodgers. He ranks 10th on the all-time World Series list for most appearances by a pitcher. He won in double figures 6 straight seasons. Broke the 20-year World Series record when he fanned 14 Yankees in the 3rd game of the 1953 World Series as he won 3-2. He's currently the president of the First National Bank of Madison County, Anderson, Indiana. Carl Erskine. The next Dodger great had 382 home runs and a 273 average in a 16-year major league career with the Dodgers, Senators, Rangers, and Tigers. He was a National League Rookie of the Year in 1960. He was the first player to hit a ball into the upper deck of Washington's Griffin Stadium and the only player to hit a home run at Dodger Stadium, which landed on the Loge level. Currently, the Major League coach with the New York Yankees, Frank Howard. Next Dodger great was a bullpen ace for the Dodgers 1952 to 1957. He also played for the Pirates, Tigers, and Mets. Though primarily a reliever, he started 38 regular season games with 2 shutouts in 1951 and a World Series shutout in 1956. He was 2-2 with 2 saves and 13 World Series appearances. Currently a business development officer for Eastland Bank in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Clem Labine. Warming up in the bullpen, 16 years as the manager of the Dodgers makes him the dean of all Major League managers for consecutive service with one club. He managed his 2,500th game on August 23rd, 1992. As Dodger manager, he's won 6 division titles, 4 pennants, and 2 world championships, has a lifetime winning percentage of .528. Introducing Tom Lasorda. The next Dodger great played 16 seasons in the majors, 10 with the Dodgers, followed by Oakland, the Chicago Cubs, and Houston. Was successful in 83% of his stolen base attempts. Led the National League in stolen bases twice, was a 4-time All-Star, had a career .263 average with 155 home runs while playing second base, third base, and the outfield. Currently coach for the Baltimore Orioles, Davey Lopes. And one of baseball's finest glove men as he won 6 straight Gold Gloves for his effortless play at first base. Had a lifetime fielding average of .995 with just 49 errors in almost 1,500 games. His best season was in 1970 when he hit .319. Has a .789 success rate in stealing bases. Introducing Wes Parker. The next Dodger great pitched 12 seasons in the majors for the Dodgers, Cardinals, and Pirates. With the Dodgers, he held a .724 percentage with 97 wins, 37 losses. He led the National League in winning percentage in 1949 and 1951. Shut out the Yankees 1-0 in the second game of the '49 World Series. Pitched a complete game, defeated the Yankees in the third game of the '52 World Series. Preacher Row. The next Dodger great appeared in more games than any other Los Angeles Dodger in his 18-year Major League career. Played in 3 All-Star games and 4 World Series. Tied the World Series record by collecting 1 or more hits in each game of the 1978 Fall Classic. And set a series record in 1981 for most assists for a shortstop in a 6-game series. He managed the Dodgers AAA affiliate, the Albuquerque Dukes, in 1992. Bill Russell. The next Dodger great was a 17-year Major League career. He played with Boston, St. Louis, San Francisco, and the Dodgers from 1976 to 1981. 6-time All-Star. He played in 4 World Series, 3 with the Dodgers, including 1981's World Championship team. He recently was named minor league field coordinator for the Dodgers, Reggie Smith. The next Dodger great hit 407 lifetime home runs, drove in more than 100 runs 4 consecutive seasons. As a lifetime .295 hitter, hit 11 World Series home runs and 4 home runs in the 1953 and 1955 World Series. Played for the Brooklyn and Los Angeles Dodgers, the Mets, and the San Francisco Giants. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1980. He's currently a Dodger broadcaster for Sports Channel Los Angeles. Bill Snyder. And the next Dodger great played 15 years in the major leagues with the Dodgers and Seattle Mariners. Was one of the finest defensive catchers in baseball for 14 years. Played in 6 league championship series and in 4 World Series for the Dodgers. Acted in and was technical advisor for the movie Major League, Steve Yeager. Now introducing a National League umpire. He started umpiring professional baseball at age 18. The youngest umpire ever to umpire professionally. He joined the National League in 1971. was chosen the top-rated umpire by Detroit Free Press in 1989 and voted the top umpire in the National League by the Sporting News and a poll of players and managers in the 1986, again in 1991. He was a member of the Board of Directors of Major League Umpires Association 20 years, worked 8 League Championship Series, worked 2 All-Star games, was a guest commentator for the CBS playoffs and World Series in 1990, and was a professional speaker for 15 years. Here's Bruce Remy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's all please rise for the playing of our national anthem. It's going to be played on the harmonica by Carl Erskine.
Sing it.
We are about ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Sliding into his seat, my color guy, Mike Visbury.
How's it going, Dan?
Looks a little dark out there, Mike.
Skies are what they call threatening, I think.
The girls softball program and Mark Curveball Bills from the American Little League.
Yeah, I don't like the looks of that over there, and that's exactly the way it's blowing.
Well, we'll get this one in at all costs. Got a big crowd here. We don't want to turn them away.
They've already paid, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
and it's for charity, so you got to get the game.
Well, if they've already paid, then that's the way it goes. Of course, we'll sell less hot dogs. The seats are a little wet, but the crowd is pumped up for this one. We have a special thing here.
For Sharice Clyde and Mark Beals from the Independent Youth Baseball League. And all proceeds from today's game are going to the Independent Youth Baseball Leagues in Indian River County. And another announcement, there's a red van in the parking lot. It has West Virginia plates. It's parked in the handicap zone. License plate 4R1175, 4R1175. Your lights are on.
Well, now that that's over with. Opening up for the instructors on the mounds, a hill of thrills. That is Tommy. Also sliding into the booth now, we have a camper who's going to do some play-by-play.
The second baseman, Dave Lowe.
Larry Kahn and Mike Visbury, and here you have it.
Reggie Smith.
Thank you. It was very exciting to get a chance to watch these guys come back out here. Tom Lasorda on the mound will be throwing nothing but breaking balls. Tommy throws batting practice about 45 minutes a day during the regular season, and during the course of that time, he probably makes 40 or 50 pitches.
I don't know if the Campers have seen a lot of breaking balls, so this should be interesting to see how they take Tommy's bender.
Nothing but breaking balls. Steve Yeager back at the plate. Yeager's put on a few pounds since we last saw him in the Dodger uniform. Huh, Mike?
That's your observation, Larry. He looks pretty good to me.
Second base, Jim Thompson, and at third base, Cliff Castro.
I got a question.
Yes.
I saw the instructor lineup, and Bill Russell's leading off, and Davey Lopes is hitting second.
Yeah, we were going to get into that a little bit later on when the instructors come up in the bottom of the first inning. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a ball club. Granted, a lot of former great players, but this is a ball club that is racked by dissension as they walk onto the field today here at Holman Stadium. These guys were very upset. There was yelling, there was screaming, there were a lot of fingers being pointed before this game. Why in the world is Davey Lopes hitting behind Bill Russell when during their entire careers with the Dodgers, Lopes was the leadoff guy, Russell hit second. Davey Lopes is very upset and might want to be traded.
I heard he was going to turn in his captainship from this team.
There's a bunt. Lasorda down to get it, but it rolls foul. Roger Merrim with a little surprise there. Tommy showing some good hustle. You know, he's got that bad leg. Roger Merrim playing for the San Antonio club, which won the championship. Merrim hitting just .211, 4 for 19. Lasorda's 0-1 pitch is behind him.
Tried to hit him, that's it.
So, hit it. It hit him.
I think he's sending him a message
Tommy's
trying
up.
to bunt on him.
Yeah, he is. Tommy very upset, and Bruce Fremming giving Tommy a warning. Don't let that happen again.
And that's probably never happened during the regular season, Fremming warning Lasorda.
Never. No, he doesn't warn him. He just tosses him. 1-1 pitch, he tries to bunt again, so he didn't get the message. And Tommy just shakes his head.
I think Tommy may abandon the curveball and give him the heat here.
Frank Howard very shallow in left field. 1-2 pitch breaking ball way outside and high. Crowd getting on Tommy a little bit. They're booing him. A little early to be booing the guy.
It's never too early for Tommy.
Now, Tommy probably hasn't thrown, in his defense, he probably hasn't thrown since the end of the season, so we're looking at about a 4 or 5 week period. And it's becoming quite obvious that he needs some work. 3-2. Whoa, fastball, and that got it. So Lasorda wild to start the game, and the Campers with a runner on first.
I think this qualifies as a rally for the Campers.
Bill Schuper, 10 for 17, a .588 hitter during the Grapefruit League season down there.
This club had hitting from top to bottom. They ended up hitting .432 as a team.
San Antonio, good hitting ball club, beat our club yesterday. They were down 15-2 in the 7th inning and came back to beat us.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I will for the rest of my life. And Lasorda following behind quickly to Schuper, 2-0. You know, Viz, the camp strategy. We don't care if we walk or how we get on, just get on base. There's a pitch, swung on and missed.
You do what you got to do.
Be interesting to see if anybody wants to try and run on Steve Yeager. I tend to think not. Whoa, there's a fly ball to center field, but Reggie Smith is right there. First out for the Campers.
Vern Parker coming up, and I think Vern is happy that that didn't fall in, because with Tommy already plunking one guy, he went to take
number 7, Vern.
I can tell you right now, Vern Parker, as a left-handed hitter, has never seen a curveball like Lasorda's, and he's going to see some right now. There's the first one. Misses low.
Parker did a good job with the bat. He hit .563 for the Camp,
Seems
9
like,
for 16.
Seems like everybody on that club hit .563.
I'll tell you.
Ooh, good curveball there.
Mm-hmm.
See the way Parker's bailing?
It's hard to hit when you're running toward first base.
That's right. They're not holding Roger Merriman. They obviously don't feel he's going to run on Yeager. And the count even at 2-2. Off speed, Lasorda with the slow curveball.
He's happy about it.
Strikeout number 1 for Lasorda.
77, Russ Umpenauer.
And Russ Umpenauer, the cleanup hitter, he only hit 375, so he was one of the lesser guys on that San Antonio club. And Lasorda misses inside. We got some dark clouds rolling in, Mike. Some very, very dark clouds.
In fact, they turned the lights on here at Holman Stadium.
There's a strike. 2 outs, top of the first inning, no score.
Umpenauer played first base and a little third base for the San Antonio club. Did a good job defensively.
Another good curveball. Lasorda's getting that look of confidence out there right now.
Yeah, he knows they can't hit the curve.
There's a little chopper wide of third.
John Davis over to Davey Lopes.
That's it. No hits, just a walk for the Campers. We go to the bottom of the first. The Campers failing to score, and the Dodger instructors coming up.
Okay, we are back.
Go to the bottom of the first inning, no score in the ball game. Bill Shepard, the left-hander, on the mound for the Campers, and he'll be going up against Bill Russell, Davey Lopes, and Reggie Smith. And again, the raging controversy that went on in the clubhouse prior to the start of this ball game. When the lineup was announced, Bill Russell is the leadoff man, Dave Lopes hitting second.
What do you think, Larry? Politics?
I can't explain it. In all the years they played together, Lopes was the leadoff man, Russell hit second. Either somebody feels that Russell got better as time went by, or they feel that Lopes got worse. I don't know which it is.
Well, maybe Lopes went to Baltimore had something to do with it.
That could be. Interesting point. Shepard's first pitch taken low, ball 1.
I've watched Shepard pitch this week. He's very good. He's right around the plate.
Yeah, he threw against us a little bit yesterday, and he did a nice job. He's got nice mechanics, although he falls behind here 2-0. He came in the late innings and really shut us down yesterday. Once we had scored our 15, we got a little complacent, and then he also added to that. Russell, a chopper to third. He should be thrown out, and he is on a bounce.
All right.
That's the way they throw the ball on AstroTurf.
That's the way you throw the ball with sore arms.
Batting second to
And there are a few of those down here.
15, Dave Lopes.
Third baseman Henry Cook making that play. So 1 out, and Davey Lopes the batter.
Wonder if Davey will lay down since they put him in this position.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And we're getting a little rain here at Holman Stadium. The umbrellas are popping up. That's all right, we'll play through the rain. I guarantee you there's not one camper out here who's going to want to walk away from this ball game.
No, they want their slugs,
That's right.
especially against town.
1-0 to Lopes. 1-0 pitch is outside, ball 2.
If you hit the glove, that was a pretty good snap.
I'll tell you what, that ball had something on it.
Oh my gosh, it's really coming down.
It's starting to come down now. 2-0 pitch, 1 hopper, past the diving shortstop and out into left field. Davey hasn't quite gone to first yet. Takes off his helmet and jogs down to first base.
I think he knew how much time he had. Oh, look at this. This is
Boy,
terrible.
this rain's coming down hard now. Junior Marquise with the diving try there, unable to
Batting
get to
third,
it.
the center fielder, number 8, Reggie Smith.
And we have to just hope that this rain does not last a long time,
Yeah.
because right now it is coming down pretty hard.
I guess we'll play till we have puddles.
Ron Leaf back of the plate, and we'll see if Davey Lopes does any running here. Pitch goes to the backstop, and Davey doesn't have to run. He'll go down to second on a wild pitch. So 1-0 to Reggie Smith. Davey Lopes at second, 1 out, bottom of the first inning, no score.
Believe it or not, Larry, this is the first rainout that we've ever had in one of these games.
I believe that. We had the first games rained out on Monday, the first time in 9 years that you guys had lost a day to rain. Next one is generously called a strike to Reggie, and to count 1-1.
I guess Bruce is getting wet.
Schuper a little high with a few of his deliveries in this inning, and I think Bill a little mad at himself right now.
Maybe
2 balls, 1 strike.
Might be slipping out there.
2-1 pitch, chased and missed, 2-2.
Hey, Reggie, get that arm up.
So one of the campers yelling at Reggie to keep his arm in a certain position. Reggie has been going from one place to the next all week long, giving instruction. He's done a great job. 2-2 pitch inside. Big Frank Howard on deck.
That's scary.
Reggie yesterday was challenging some of the campers who he knew he'd be facing. He said, what you're going to be doing is called chuck and duck. You chuck and you'll be ducking after I swing. But he swings and misses at this one. And Reggie Smith strikes out.
Hey, Reggie, right there. Reggie,
Left fielder, number 9.
And the crowd getting on Reggie. So 2 outs in the bottom of the first, and the batter is Frank Howard. And fortunately, the rain lessening just a little bit here. Schuper to Frank Howard, a ground ball to second base. That's going to be an easy play. Up with the ball. Vern Parker throwing him out, and that's it. So just the 1 base hit for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning, and at the end of 1, no score. We go to the second inning in the ball game, no score, and a bit of a surprise there. A very unusual situation when the Dodger alumni does not score there in an inning, but a great job of pitching
Leading off
by
for
Bill
San
Schuper.
Antonio, number 14, Henry.
And for the San Antonio club, the campers, the San Antonio club playing the first 3 innings, and Henry Cook will lead things off against Tommy Lasorda. And Lasorda very high and outside with the first pitch. There's a strike.
I'll tell you, I was just out in the rain. It's raining big drops, not just little drops, big drops.
Cook fouls the next one away to count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thanks, Mike. We needed that.
Just in case you didn't notice.
Our color guy gets a lot of phone calls, ladies and gentlemen.
Just when you think you can depend on somebody, he gets up and walks away from the microphone. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count to Henry Cook. Lasorda delivers, big breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3. And Henry doesn't know it. Now he knows it.
I don't think he likes it.
He doesn't like it. 1 out. And here's the big man. He's got the nickname of King Kong Bundy. My roommate,
Number 16, Jim Leahy.
Jim Leahy. Lasorda's first pitch is low.
Jim can hit the ball.
Tell you what, Jim can hit. He hit a ball to the warning track down a left field line against us yesterday, and we had a great catch out in left field by Barry Scripps.
Yeah, that's probably around 320 something.
Yeah, he hit the ball about 320 feet. He racked that ball. Lasorda's 2-0 pitch, ground ball to third. I think John Davis has some time here. And he throws over to Wes Parker for the second out. You know what it is with Jim Leahy? He's got better speed than it looks like, but he wears those high tops, and it makes him look just a little slower than he really is.
Walter Benson.
I'd like to see him run barefoot, see what happens.
So 2 out, Walter Benson coming up. Lasorda settling down, throwing some strikes now, and a count 0-1.
Benson's seen all this before. He's been down here about 12 times.
Swings and misses. Waller had a little bit of a slow camp, just 4 for 17. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball high and away. Top of the second, no score in a ball game. And again, the curveball's away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
There it is.
There's a flying drive inside third. It'll go down the line. Big Frank Howard chugging after it in the corner, and Walter Benson chugging down to second base. He's got himself a stand-up double.
I love it.
And Tommy Lasorda looking to see the number of the man that got the hit, because if he faces him again, he's going to remember it.
Luckily, they only get to bat once.
That's right. That'll bring up Junior Marquise, the shortstop. Junior hitting .353 during the Grapefruit League season here. And the Campers with an opportunity to get a man home. Runner at second, 2 outs, and Junior a little over anxious, chases a breaking ball in the dirt. Lasorda comes back 0-1. Little chopper up along third, and it rolls foul, and Yeager makes sure it stays there. So the count now 0-2.
Junior's lucky there. They would have got him. Yeager's got some arm.
I tell you what, now I haven't seen Steve Yeager throw for a long time, but I have watched him just from a crouch. And after the strikeout in this inning, he snapped the ball to third base when they were throwing it around the infield. He can still throw.
I don't think he's lost a thing.
No, as a matter of fact, he's gained a few things. 0-2 to Junior Marquise.
There it is.
And there's the base hit over a leaping Davis into left field. Benson's going to stop at third. And the Campers keeping the two-out rally alive.
What do you think, Mike?
I tell you, this is Tommy's got to be besides himself right now, and I don't know if I'd like to be Michael Orriff right now.
Michael Orriff. Well, you gotta love coming up in this situation, because some of us like coming up in big situations.
I know, but I know Tommy too well.
No, you can't throw at him here. You can't take that chance.
Yeah, he's been warned once.
That's right. First pitch, see, there it is, outside. Tommy's having a little trouble getting that pitch over.
Orriff hit .588, 10 for 17 during the camp. Another 500 hitter on that San Antonio squad.
Tell you what, these guys can hit, and Lasorda's finding that out right now. Next one, good pitch, outside corner, 1-1. Benson at third. Junior Marquise at first, two out, top of the second, no score. The Campers trying to get on the board. And there's a ball hit into right center field, base hit. The Campers have the lead. Walter Benson scores. It is 1-0 in favor of the Campers, and Lasorda is fit to be tied.
Love it.
These are all solid hits. These aren't cheap hits.
That's
These are
right.
line drives.
Tommy might be looking up at the skies and hoping it keeps raining, so these statistics will be washed away.
Now batting, number 41, Stephen Adler.
Stephen Adler, the next hitter, and he's another one of those guys on a San Antonio club that was swinging a great bat, hitting .444, 8 hits and 18 at bats. He takes outside, ball one. So 3 straight two-out hits, giving the Campers a run. Lasorda's next one on the corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now here's a thought for you. If we get rained out right now, the instructors would lose.
That's right. We here in the booth have decided this game is official.
Yeah. The 5-inning rule does not apply.
No, it doesn't.
We can't play tomorrow, so this is it.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball. That might have slipped out of Tommy's hand. There's a lot of rain here. 2-2 to Stephen Adler. 2-2 pitch, waved at and missed. So Lasorda gets out of it, but still the Campers with a run on 3 hits. At the end of an inning and a half, the Campers won, and the former players nothing. Inning 1-0 in favor of the Campers, and apparently this is the first time the Campers have had a lead in 3 or 4 years. So a rather historic day here at Holman Stadium. Not only the Campers getting the lead, rain for the first time in the history of the adult fantasy camp, but it doesn't matter. The Campers up 1-0. They've got a new pitcher, Roger Merrim, and Roger made a couple of starts for the San Antonio club. And both of them were against our club. He pitched very well the first time out and had a little bit of trouble yesterday. But Roger right around the plate throws a lot of strikes, and that's what you want to see in a game like this. For the Dodgers, Wes Parker will lead it off.
Leading off for the Dodger greats.
Wes, the great switch-hitting first baseman
Wes Parker.
from 1964 through 1972. But he's not switch hitting today. Not hitting from the left side of the plate. He'll hit from the right side of the plate against the right-handed throwing pitcher.
Maybe he can bail out faster from the right side.
Roger Merrim, all set to go. First pitch, line drive, base hit to center field.
I think the instructors will get a little bit more serious now behind 1-0.
Could be, could be.
Catcher, number 7, Steve
And that brings up Steve Yeager.
Yeager's been trying to pull one out of here for about 3 years. Hasn't done it yet.
Well, one thing about Yeags, he always got in a rip. His philosophy was get up there, swing hard. If you hit it, it's going to go hard. Merrim out of the stretch delivers to Yeager a little bit high.
Hey, Larry, I see what you mean about those pounds. I hadn't noticed that till just now.
Yeah, Yeager hasn't mixed in too many salads since he retired. One 0 pitch is outside, ball 2. John Debus on deck. And the guys in the dugout with towels over their heads, they're trying to stay dry. The umbrella's up in the stands here at Holman Stadium as the rain continues to come down.
I don't know if they're trying to stay dry or they're trying to hide.
2-0 pitch misses, and it's ball 3. And Roger Merrim a little disgusted with himself. He's been unable to throw a strike to Yeager. Outfield very deep on Steve Yeager. 3-0 pitch, that's it into right field. That'll be a base hit. Wes Parker goes to second, and he's going to stop there as the ball comes back in. So back-to-back singles for the former Dodgers. 2 on, nobody out, bottom of the second inning, and John Bibas coming up.
So do you think that it was that Yeager couldn't get around on that Merrim fastball? Is that what you think caused him to go the other way?
Well, I tell you what, you know, for all the years that Steve Yeager was in the Dodger organization, they begged him to go to right field. They said, please, Yine, go to right field. And during spring training, he'd get a few hits to right, and everybody would be encouraged. And then the season would come, and he'd try and pull everything in sight. So here we are back in Vero Beach, and it's just like old times. He hits the ball to right field.
You're going to get letters.
John Davis with a ground ball to shortstop. They'll get the force play on Yeager, and that's all. So the two hitting coaches, Reggie Smith and John Davis, have been unable to do much.
Right fielder, number 12, John Shoemaker.
And it's going to bring up John Shoemaker. The tying run at third base is from Wes Parker. Davis at first, 1 out, bottom of the second inning, 1-0 in favor of the Campers.
Shoemaker very popular here at Vero Beach. He managed here a couple of years. They would have been clapping more, but they're holding their umbrellas, I think.
A little tough to get a round of applause here today.
Yeah.
Infield back. They're going to give up the run, Viz. Merrim's first pitch inside. And I tell you what, if Roger Merrim can get Shoemaker, he's got to be encouraged because the on-deck hitter is Tom Lasorda.
Well, the visiting club, they're playing for the tie already. It's early in the game. They're willing to give up the run.
Oh, that pitch behind him. Breaking ball went behind him. And a count 2 balls and no strikes. Nice play by Walter Benson back of the plate. That is not an easy pitch to handle when it goes behind the hitter. And he got out of the Shoemaker getting out of the way. Benson is making a nice play on it. Merrim's 2-0 pitch, a little breaking ball, and he hit it off the fist. A little pop fly, but it's going to drop. Parker's going to score, and the out recorded at first base. So a mistake by the Campers as they let that ball fall to the ground. A little indecision on the right side of the infield, and the tying run comes home.
Pitcher number 2, Tom Lasorda.
And that brings up Tommy Lasorda. So 2 outs. John Davis going to second on that play. We're tied at 1, and Lasorda coming up. Now, you know, Tommy likes to talk, Mike, about his hitting prowess when he was a player.
I think he'd like to show the camper something right here.
I hope they strike him out.
Someone yelling they'd like to see the DH. That doesn't bode well for Lasorda. Merrim delivers. That's right there. And Tommy Lasorda very upset with Bruce Fremming. Bruce takes off his mask. He's not going to put up with much today.
Merrim threw him a little of his own medicine, dropped the curveball.
That's right. 0-1 to Tommy Lasorda. 2 outs, John Davis at second, bottom of the second, 1-1 tie. Next one is fouled away, another breaking ball. Lasorda lunging a little bit on that ball. So Roger Merrim has him right where he wants him, no balls and 2 strikes.
I think he knows that Bruce is not going to give him a break, so if it's across the plate or anywhere near it, he's got to swing. This would be great if he goes down swinging.
I didn't say that, Tommy. Remember, it was not me.
It was Mike Visury.
There's a one-hopper into right field. So Lasorda with a base hit. Davis is going to go around third. He's going to score, and the Dodger instructors take a 2-1 lead.
Instructors to get their 2 runs, they'll clear the field, and the Campers will come up for their 3rd inning.
That's right, 2 runs, and that means the inning ends for the Dodger instructors when they're at the plate. So 2 runs in the inning, and at the end of 2, the instructors 2, the Campers 1. We go to the top of the third inning in the rain here at Holman Stadium. The instructors with that 2-run second to take a 2-1 lead over the Campers. And Bruce Fleming discussing things with Clem Labine. I'm sure it's regarding the weather. Ron Leaf will lead things off. Leaf playing for that San Antonio club. The San Antonio club again will play the first 3 innings of this ball game. And then the Vero Beach team will take the field. Ron Leaf had another guy had a great year offensively, great spring year. 10 hits and 19 at bats, 526 average. Sort of delivers, and that's a strike.
We got a little lightning sky over there to the west. Maybe we'll get out of this.
Tommy's curveball stays high and a count 1 ball and 1 strike. Campers with 3 hits in the first 2 innings against Lasorda. And Leaf loses the bat. And Tommy's got a little more pop on the ball right now, Mike. I think he's, now that he's gotten the lead, he's bearing down a little bit more.
He warmed up. It's a little cold for Vero, at least. Cold weather. And Moore got himself warm, get the sweat working. I think he's throwing a little more velocity right now.
Tommy looking for the strikeout, but he misses ball 2. There's that curveball, but he misses, and that fills out the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's see what he comes in with here. Well, do you think it'll be the curveball or the fastball?
Fastball. There it is. And he got him swinging. So 1 out.
Number 32, Mark Sigmund.
And Mark Sigmund, the batter. Sigmund had a rough camp. 3 for 16, just 188. And his dress, ladies and gentlemen, was atrocious. Let me tell you, clearly in the forms that they send you when you get ready for the camp, they tell you that, and he gets hit.
Oh! Go get him.
And there's not a single camper that's upset about it.
And I think Tommy's saying it slipped. He shows Bruce's hand right away, but...
Sigmund pointing to Lasorda. He's pointing to Lasorda. To finish the thought on Sigmund, the letter clearly states that in the dining room, slacks should be worn at all times. No shorts, no thongs, no cutoffs. And he wore some of the worst-looking swim trunks in the history of mankind, night after night, in the dining room.
They were very ugly.
I tell you, I'm surprised he didn't wear his thongs to play in today. He was so attached to them.
Tom Nesvig, who had a heck of a year, 11 for 16 in the camp, the batter. And he hits a little ground ball up along first. Parker's going to get it and keep it fair. He'll step on the bag, and Sigmund goes down to second base.
That'll bring up Chris Fabos. Fabos was 11 for 18, 6-11 during the week. You can see why the San Antonio club won the Grapefruit League championship.
Yeah, they hit 432 as a team. And Fabos, we were talking about the dining room. Here's a guy that needs to spend more time in the dining room.
Yeah, but he sure hit. He hit some hard.
He can hit.
And he also was good with the leather, made some great diving catches in left field.
Don't hit him, Tommy.
Pitch fouled away.
I think they'll be trying to thread a needle trying to hit him.
That's about what it would be. Top of the third, 2-1 in favor of the instructors. The Campers with a runner at second base and 1 out. 2 outs, excuse me. Little ground ball up along third. Deebus is going to barehand it, throw wide, and he throws it away. Sigmund should be able to score on that, and it's going to tie things up at 2. So John Deebus having a tough day.
All right, there you go.
Deebus making out his first time up. Now he throws the ball away. Lasorda not too happy with his defense, but he ought to be used to that. And it is all tied up at 2 apiece. And Roger Merrim getting his second at bat. That could cause some controversy among the Campers.
Number 7, Roger Merrim.
I think they misjudged Spavas's speed. He can really get down that line.
Well, Deebus was probably looking up and trying to see him from a profile angle and couldn't see the guy.
Oh, another bat.
And Merrim loses the bat. So it's wet out there. And a count 0-1.
I tell you what, I'm proud of these guys, though. This is really
This is a competitive game. Like I told my teammates, and they are my teammates, I told them, I said, look, guys, they're just as over the hill as we are. There's no reason why we can't beat this club. Fabos at second, top of the third inning, 2-2 tie. Roger Merrim at the plate, no balls and 1 strike. sort of with that big curveball and a good one, and the count goes to 0-2.
And the Campers trying to do another first, beat the Instructors for their full stint on the field.
Yep, and there it is. Good curveball. Merrim didn't do anything but stand there and look at it. However, the Campers on the error get even. And at the end of 2.5, a 2-2 tie. The rain here at Holman Stadium, we go to the bottom of the third inning, all tied up at 2 apiece, and that's a bit of an upset as the Campers hanging in there with the Instructors. For the Instructors, Bill Russell, Davey Lopes, and Reggie Smith will each come up for their second at bat, and Michael Orff now on the mound for the Campers. The last inning that the San Antonio team will be out there. Orff occasionally will drop down and throw submarine like that. And Russell hits a high pop fly into shallow left field. Marquise going out. He should have a play, and he makes the catch. So Junior Marquise with a nice play at shortstop. And at first base, Bill Russell running into King Kong Bundy.
Love at first sight, Billy.
So one out, and the batter is Davey Lopes.
Russell was always a bad ball hitter. Figured he'd go up for that one.
And there's another submarine and another pop fly. This one into right center, coming in the right fielder. He one-hands it for the out.
Stephen Adler from Moline, Illinois makes a great running grab.
Stephen Adler making a tremendous play, looking up into the rain, and he robs Lopes of what would have been a blue pit. So 2 pitches and 2 outs, and the batter is Reggie Smith, who struck out his first time up as a right-handed hitter, and now he's up as a left-handed hitter. Orff with the submarine, and it hits him.
Go to the plate. Go to the plate. Let him hit. Let him hit.
And Reggie wants to hit. Uh-oh.
Get the other teeth.
You think he might be going up the middle with the next one? So we'll call it 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, you knew the next pitch was going to be outside. Orff was not about to make that mistake again. And it count 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 pitch popped up. He got 3 pop flies. This is trouble. And nice catch. Henry Cook at third base.
That looks like Nesvig.
No, that's Nesvig. That's Tom Nesvig that made that play. Cook starting at third. And 1, 2, 3 go the Instructors. At the end of 3, it is a 2-2 tie, and I'm on my way to the field, boys.
¿Qué tal, señoras y señores? Aquí estamos en Vero Beach, Florida, en el juego entre los Dodgers de California contra el equipo Vero Beach de Florida. El primer bateador es el señor Goldstein. What happened to the other 2? That's all right. They're starting with Goldstein. Mark Goldstein coming up to bat now.
We're going to introduce our new play-by-play guy.
We got...
This is Amador Gonzalez Jr.
Pleasure to be here. And congratulations to the Texas Aggies for taking care of that game last night. It was a little close, but we made it. Coming up to the plate now is Mark Goldstein.
Number 32.
We have a new pitcher for the Instructors. That's Carl Erskine out on the mound.
Yes, sirree, pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And now we have Carl Erskine, better known as the Oisk. Goldstein batted .444 for the Campers. First man up with the team from Vero Beach. They came in second with a record of 4-2. Carl takes his windup, and here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1.
What do you think, Amador? You ever seen a score like this late in the game?
I think it's a pretty tight game. What do you think, Dan? 2-2?
I think I'm amazed.
Against the Dodger greats. There's a hit. Going down to third base, John Dubas has got it. He fires across to Wes Parker and 1 away. Carl Erskine looks like he's maintaining his body. Gets the first man out. Coming up to bat now, the father and son combination. First, the father's name is Bob Hansen, number 7 for the Campers.
Number 7, Bob Hansen.
Bobby batted .368 during the week. Good little hitter. Erskine takes his windup. Here comes the pitch. And there's another hit right. Comebacker. Oh, gets by Erskine. And they got him at first. Nice play by
Dino.
Mr. Dino Ebo, one of the coaches from the Dodgers.
Number
It's
11,
2 away now.
Hansen.
Coming up to bat, the son now, Kurt Hansen. Kurt is probably the best batter in during the Campers week here. He batted .750 for the Vero Beach Dodgers. Ball one, over his head.
And that was the top mark for the camp. He did have the highest average for the camp.
Good little hitter. Comes the pitch, and he pops one to shortstop. Ebo gets hit, fires across the plate, and it's 3 away, ladies and gentlemen.
What they'll do now is the Campers will still continue to hit, make sure everybody gets their one at bat.
And guess what? It stopped raining. It's just a dribble.
Coming up to bat now, number
Canestra.
2, Canestra, Wayne Canestra. .294 average during the week. Batting from the right side. Erskine gets his sign, goes into his windup. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Weather seems to be clear enough, Dan. What do you think?
I think we're going to make it.
There it is, inside, ball 2. I hope it stays away because I'm on the third team. There's a drive to left field. Moving over is Debus, and he's got it.
I guess we'll see about, 8 guys? 7 guys.
This team, Vero Beach, gets to play, I believe, 2 innings against the Dodger Greats. Coming up to bat now is number 17. That would be Barry Scripps. Barry Scripps bats from the left side. During the week, he had .421. Not bad.
Also made some great plays in the outfield. Especially one play of the day off of Jim Leahy's bat, way deep into left field. Went a long way for that one.
Probably the longest hit of the day, huh?
Yep.
Of the week. There's a line shot up the middle. Yeah. It got by poor old Dino. There's a base hit. Man on first, coming up to bat now, number 21, Larry Kahn. Larry had a good week. He batted .387 for Vero Beach. Larry stands up there from the right side. Erskine takes a sign. There's the warm-up. Ball outside.
Talking about mixing in a salad, Dan.
Yeah, okay.
Inside, ball 2. Count is 2-0. Man on first. What's that? There he goes, a line shot to left center. The runner's a runner. Here we go. He's going to take 3. He's going to third. He's going to third. Oh, a little juggling act in the field. And Larry has himself a stand-up double.
All right, Larry.
Ball coming in.
Larry, he just shows how versatile he is. He's in the booth here, does a good job in the play-by-play, goes out on the field, lines a double to left center.
Now he knows the secret to baseball. Don't practice. We got something
That must have
here.
felt good because he wasn't feeling too good yesterday. Got a little bit hot under the collar. His team could not stand prosperity. Had a 15-2 lead and lost 17-16. Coming up to bat now, number 16, David Crump. He batted .333 during the week. Bats from the right side. There's one out. Men on second and third. Outside.
They're hitting Carl pretty hard here.
They're getting on the old right-hander. He's coming in again. Here's a pitch. Outside. There's a strike. Swinging strike. All 3, they try at third base. That was close.
You got to watch Yeager. He'll pick you up.
Yeager still has that good arm.
You got to be alert.
There we go. All 3. All 4. Oh, I thought it was 3.
Could be he doesn't want to walk.
I don't blame him. There we are. Little grounder at third base. Debo makes a nice play. Throws to first for the third. Out.
Too bad that run doesn't count.
So we've got 3.5 in the books.
2 hits, no errors, 2 left.
2-2, campers and instructors.
Hello, everybody. John Stahlberg here at Vero Beach. Glad to be with you on Day very gray, overcast, but the rain has stopped, but held down the crowd a little bit. But a few hardy fans are here with umbrellas. Grounds crew doing a good job with the field. And of course the score is 2-2 with the campers and the veterans. And leading off is Frank Howard. I think Wes Parker's looks like he's batting next. And it's it's real interesting that Frank Howard, although he didn't play many years in Griffith Stadium, has the only ball in the upper deck in left field. With all the games that Mickey Mantle played there, he did something Mickey never did.
That was some hope.
Sure was. Plus he's got the only shot in the loge at Dodger Stadium.
Still looks like he could do it, too.
Sure does. But he grounded out the first time up. So it's 2-2, bottom of the fourth.
What do you think, John? Would you like to be out there pitching and throw him one right in the middle of the plate and see where it goes?
If I was wearing a suit of armor, I might do it.
Pitching for Vero Beach, number 32, Mark Goldstein. Leading off with the Dodger greats, left fielder, number 9, Frank Howard.
Easy out, Mark!
Mark Goldstein's got a good little curveball. Not that easy to hit. Good control. Keeps it low. Frank's got the nickname Hondo. Picked that up from, I think, an old John Wayne movie.
He run!
Oh,
Yep, took the good one right down the middle.
oh, that's dangerous.
He's throwing smoke, Frank!
Where do you want it?
2-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Little low, ball one. 1-1 to count. I think Frank's just going to see breaking stuff from Goldstein. Nothing hard. Because the harder it comes in, the harder it's going to go out. Ooh, that looked a little inside. 2-1 to count. Frank's a nice guy, though. I don't think he want to hurt anybody.
No, not on purpose.
No. He'll hurt that baseball, though. Look out. There it goes, in the hole, deep. And right through the wickets, into left field. We got to get an E6 on that one.
Okay, so Larry could broadcast that he could hit, but I don't know about the fielding part.
Is that Larry?
Was that Larry Kahn? All right.
First baseman, number 28, Wes Parker.
Now Wes is getting a little cocky here. He's batting right-handed against a right-handed pitcher. He's not going to bat lefty. Howard not taking too much of a lead. Ground's a little wet over first base. A high, ball one. I doubt very much if Howard's going to steal. Could be some injuries down at second base if he tried. High, real high ball.
Another ball.
Ball's wet. I just heard a fan yell, "Get it on the ball." That may not be a bad idea. And that, matter of fact, we are getting a new ball. Bruce Fremy behind the plate.
Preacher take
22-year veteran umpire. Yeah, Preacher would make the ball wet. That's right. Ground ball to the right side. Big Sal LaRocca over to Goldstein, and we got Wes out. Sal LaRocca grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Now lives over in Jersey. He's in the music business.
Catcher, number 7, Steve Yeager.
Sal hit 367. It's his best camp ever.
Gotta get a score.
Yeah, 2-2, bottom of 4. Here at Vero Beach, and the rain has stopped. The lights are on, though. A little curve outside.
This is the second camp we played under the lights. We had a long, long game one camp.
Really? Steve Yeager, the batter. Takes outside. 2-0 the count. Ball gets loose. Howard, as polite as he is, was going to go pick it up. Can't do that, Frank.
No, I'm going to Neil's going to pick up with the catch. I don't know if I can reach her.
2-2, bottom of 4. 1 out, 2-0 the count. Steve Yeager, the batter. Goldstein on the hill. Howard, big lead off second base. High curve, 3-0.
You know, this is John. This is a good defensive
Pick him
infield.
up.
They got Kurt Hansen and Larry Kahn. I think that's the good judge out there at second, and well, there's Sal.
Big Sal at first, that's right. He takes up a lot of ground. There's a shot by Yeager. It may go. Foul ball. No, the ump says fair. Very close. Here comes Big Frank lumbering around. He scores, and that makes it 3-2 Dodgers. Yeager ends up at second base with a very questionable double. If they had umpiring like that, Yeager'd still be playing.
28, John Davis.
Shoot! Shoot!
John Demas is up. Had a 9-year minor league career, never quite made it up to the bigs. He was assistant coach for Vero Beach this year. He hits a nice shot out left center field and deep between the gap. Here comes Yeager. He'll waltz home. Demas stops at first. Doesn't even try to challenge. He could have made it to second easy, but that does end the inning. So it's 4-2 at the end of 4. 4-2 Dodgers.
Runs are in. It's over. Hitler.
We are back.
Let's pull some here. Okay, here we are on the top of the 5th. 4-2 Dodgers. David Hittner, number 10, was a little slow in camp, hit only 118, but he's out to make up for it today. Erskine still out on the mound, Yeager behind the plate. We got Davis at third, Abel at short, Lopes at second, Parker at first. Swinging strike, 2-2 count. Hit a little bit up the middle. Davey Lopes got it. Over to Wes Parker, and we got one out.
We had a little reprieve from the rain. Looks like the rain has come back.
Yeah, the ground crew, of course, was working real hard in between innings, keep things dry as they could at the plate. We've had a few bats go flying because of
Number 16,
moisture.
Richard Marston.
Richard Marston, the batter, had a nice camp, hit 353. Takes a nice curve outside. Outside corner, I should say. 0-1. Dodgers ahead, 4-2. Little pop in the infield. Played on one hop. Dino over to Wes Parker. We got one out. Excuse me, 2 outs.
How come when the campers play, that's a base hit usually, Dan?
Number 22, Bert Levy.
We don't have the wheels that the Dodgers do, and it is raining harder now, and that's why I'm up here in the booth. I don't even know if I'm going to get a chance to get out there and play later on.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Bert Levy hit 444. That's not bad. Nice shot down the left field line. Is it going to drop? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He makes the turn and holds. Line single to left for Bert Levy. Sal LaRocca. Big Sal.
Number 4, Sal LaRocca.
Hit 375 and was a cat around the bag at first base. Big cat, actually. A little outside. Ball 1. 4-2. Dodgers lead it. Erskine to the stretch. He's fearing Sal's power, trying to brush him back a slight bit. Yeager behind the plate, fires it back to Erskine, trying to get this game in if we can. Sal bangs the ground ball to third. Through Demas' legs. Sal, bad leg, gets down to first base.
Charitably ruled that a base hit. It did take a bad hop. It didn't.
And Bruce Fremming looks like he called the game. I'm not so certain. Looks like Bruce has called the game. And it's 4-2. The Dodgers. Well, actually, you got to go 5. I think
Ladies and gentlemen, today's game has been called because of rain. Thank you for attending.
So it would have to be made up, I guess, next February and then next November for those of us who are back then. Actually, it's no game in the books. 4-2.
I don't know. I guess they weren't going to let him come back, huh? This is it.
Winning pitcher will be Tommy Lasorda. If you want to consider a winning pitcher, actually, there's no decisions, but all averages count, as I understand the rules.
Well, this is a first.
And actually, you know, on Monday we had the first rained out game in 19 camps. And this is the first rain out here.
Well, if I had Vin Scully and Don Drysdale and Duke Snyder and Harry Carey and Steve, all those guys, we could delay this thing for 2 hours and come back. But we don't have a movie to show, folks, so I guess this is going to be it. Anyway, for John Stahlberg, Mike Visvery, Larry Kahn, and all the rest of these bums.
Amador?
That's good. Oh, Amador Gonzalez.
Don't forget him.
No, we got Carl. We got Carl, but he don't want to talk. Hey, Carl. Come here, Carl. There's Carl.
Yeah, Carl have a good shot today. A great defense. Great defense. Davis, wonderful back there. Kept the game alive so everybody got there.
Did you get the win? Did you get the win or Tommy?
No, I got the win, thanks.
Oh.
We'll give them sort of part of the second.
Actually, no, Erskine doesn't know the rules. It didn't go 5.
Well, there they are, folks. The venerable announcers, and this is going to be all.
A little disappointing.
We're going to call this off from Vero Beach. Rain out.
Okay, goodbye, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Same place.
Thank you. Just met John. Yeah, I like it.